So while I understand why you might think that, we do not need to heavily regulate the food industry to limit the amount of ultra processed foods that people are ingesting. What we can do is remove all the subsidies for processed sugar and ultra processed foods that we are paying with our taxpayer money via the federal government that makes these items extremely inexpensive and makes other foods seem more expensive in comparison to. For instance, if we would take the $5 billion a year that we subsidize the sugar industry with of our taxpayer money to basically give America diabetes, and we would take that money and we would give it to small, locally owned farmers to produce locally grown produce and meat and have that distributed through the local area, not only would we cut down emissions for transportation, reducing costs that way, but we would also be able to have the cost of produce and meats drop way down, and the price of ultra processed foods would go up, making it less advantageous to just glutton yourself on a bunch of ultra processed food. So while I understand where you're thinking that it would need heavy regulation, it really wouldn't. We would just need to stop basically rigging it for processed foods to win over the local farmers, which would help our citizens, being the local farmers, and make it harder for ultra processed food corporations. And to add it even more, we remove the subsidies and then we could even put a tax on ultra processed foods, just like we would alcohol, because they are not good for us, just like alcohol. And that money can go towards healthcare, making the burden even less on the American people. Just food for thought. Have a good day.